Okay, so it is now recording. And so I'm going to actually upload this to our YouTube channel when it's done. So if anyone's stuck, they can go back and, you can refer to it on the YouTube channel, which is just by going to our website. And in the top right corner, we have links to all of our social media pages. And we now have a YouTube channel where you will find this maybe later in the day or tomorrow. You can go and actually follow along that way if you get stuck. I'll try to go as slow as I can now. But just so you know, I'm going to record it. It's going to be uploaded. And there are also other videos on YouTube that go over the specific resources that I'm going over here that I made in the past. So OverDrive and Libby, I have videos just on those. They're already on our YouTube channel, so you can find them there. And we do have one on RB Digital as well. So a lot of other resources to take advantage of. You can ask me questions after the class, and that is it. Oop, I have to admit a couple more people. If anyone gets booted out for any reason, I'll just come back and admit you. Okay, so I have plugged my iPhone in to be able to broadcast that to you guys and show you, because I'm assuming that most people will be wanting to use these resources on an iPhone or a tablet, an iPad, something like that. But you can use all of these on a desktop or laptop. If you want to read on there, listen that way to audiobooks, you can definitely do that. I just kind of want to show you what it's like on an iPhone so that you get a feel for what the apps are like, because I think most of you are probably going to be using the apps to listen to audiobooks or to read. So the first one we're going to be going over is OverDrive. And the first thing that you want to do, you can bypass the library website. You don't have to even go there. I know sometimes people are confused about that. They call up and think they have to start at the website, but you just have to go to the App Store. And the first one we're going to be going over is OverDrive. So all you have to do is search for OverDrive in your App Store. Here it is. I have it downloaded already, so I'm going to say open. But it should bring me to the sign up page. So I'm going to actually show you the sign up process. I have a new library card, my alter ego on it. So I'm going to show you how to sign up. So after that, you would click sign up. And you're going to enter these details here, this information. First name, last name, and you're going to put in an email address. And that's important to have an email address that you check regularly, because if you place books on hold, they're going to notify you via email. And you have 3 days, or definitely for OverDrive and Libby, you have 3 days to actually go in and check out the holds. Oops, sorry, messed up there. And then after that, the hold lapses. So you want to make sure you have an email that you, sorry. Yeah. All right, let's see. Put in a password. After that, you're going to click sign up. And now it's loading. It's a pretty simple sign up process. It's just first name, last name, your email address, and designate a password. Now we'll get to this page where it says add a library. So this looks confusing, like what do I do? But just click on add a library. Here we go. Now we can search by the name of the library, city, or the zip code. I almost find it easy just to type in the zip code. I guess it still gives me a big list, but here we are, we're actually under J. So we want to click James Blackstone, and the next thing you want to click is Lion. And now we have to one more time kind of officially sign in with our library card, because we did not put in our library card yet. We select our library. We put in our card number. We click sign in. And that's the process for signing up for OverDrive. This is now the home page. where it's going to show you new books that have recently been added. It's going to show you an advertisement for Libby, which I'll show you that too after this. And then you're going to have all of these collections they've put together. So books that were made into movies, books that were the best books of 2019, celebrity book club picks. There's all these kinds of collections that they put together that you can kind of browse and choose from. If you're looking for a specific book, you can type it in the search box, which is towards the top, where it says search. I just tap on that, and then let's see, I'm going to search for a book that I know is available. I just searched for it a little while ago. So here we go. It's going to show you the options. So it actually gives me two options. You can see one is the audiobook and one is the ebook. Now this one, the audiobook is actually checked out, so you cannot access it right now, but you would click place a hold. And I'll show you how to do that in a second. But if we want the ebook, you can actually just click borrow because it's available. It says available towards the top. The other one says wait list. So the ebook's available. I'm going to click borrow. And now this little pop-up will appear, borrow for 14 days. You can drop down, but you'll see that that's the maximum amount of time that you can have one of these ebooks is 14 days. And then you click borrow again. And now it says it's checked out to me until July 2nd. And it also tells me that I can borrow 9 more titles. So with OverDrive and Libby, which I didn't explain, they're actually, Libby is a newer app brought to you by OverDrive. So it's going to have the same collection on it. Libby is just a different browsing experience. I find it more intuitive. It's kind of a prettier app. It's faster. And I'll show you that after. I don't even actually use OverDrive much anymore. I use Libby. I really like it. So I'm looking at one question. So if you can't see me, you should just see the screen that I'm showing you on my phone. That's the one that you should see. And if you have a card from a different library, you can put that in. You just want to choose Willoughby Wallace first. And then it's going to take you to where you would choose Lion because it's actually the whole Lion system. So that's fine. You can use any card. You know, you can use any card in the Lion library system if you're Willoughby Wallace or Blackstone, Guilford. That's fine. So now we're at this page here, this pop-up. We're not finished yet. You have two options. You can actually, if you prefer to read through the Kindle app, if you like to have all of your books on there, you have other books that you purchased and you want to read everything on the Kindle app, you can click read now with Kindle. And if you don't, you're just going to choose the blue button, download EPUB ebook. And then you're going to just be able to open the app and read read your books directly through the app. Everything is right in there. Okay, so it doesn't look like anything happened exactly. This is where I think OverDrive gets a little clunky to me. But you actually have to click on the 3 lines all the way in the top left corner. Then you'll see this pop up that says bookshelf. So once you've downloaded the title, it appears in your bookshelf. So it appears kind of in a different spot. I'll show you again, the top left corner, the 3 lines, which is like a menu symbol. You click bookshelf, and here's the book, and this is how you're actually going to read the book. So I tap on it, and now I can start reading. Another thing that seems like it gets people tripped up is that if they want to go back, it looks like you can't go back. How do I get back to search for other books and things like that? So right now you're in the screen where you're reading the book. You're only going to be able to swipe to turn the pages. To get back to the other things, you have to tap in the middle of your screen, just tap, and you'll notice a menu pops up. And that's how you would get back. You see the top left, there are 3 lines. And that's how we would get back to our other screen. So tap, and you can read, swipe, tap in the middle of the page to get a menu, your menu. Click the 3 lines and click back to Lion. And now we're back where we can search for books. If we click on that same book, if we search for that same book again, we can see what it's like to place a hold on the other option, which is the audiobook, which is currently checked out. So I'm going to tap place a hold, which is right under, it's the yellow box, the yellow book, the Slade House. It says audiobook, place a hold is right underneath. If I tap that, it might ask you to put in your email address again. Bit of a pain because we did put our email address in before when we signed up, but we will put it in again twice. And this is where they'll notify you when the book is available. I'm clicking place hold, and there we are. So it's telling you more information now. Success, your holds position, number 1 on 1 copy. So there's 1 copy, 1 person has it out, but I'll be the next one to get it. An email will be sent to that email when the title is available to borrow. Then it gives me other options of books that are available now. So let's get out of that page. And now you'll see next to where I typed Slade House, there's a little icon of like a bell, but there's also a little symbol of books standing up. It's a little tiny symbol, little icon. That's important. If we click on it, I will show you. This is where it brings you to where you can see your loans that you have checked out and your holds. Sorry, let me get rid of that Harry Potter pop-up. Just telling us that there's a lot of pop-ups that it's telling us right now. Wow. Okay. Now all those notifications are gone. So here we are. If you click on that little symbol of the book, like I just mentioned, you'll see what loans you have. So this is what's checked out. I have this 1 book. And then you'll also see where you can look at your holds. You can place 9 more holds. So you can have 10 holds at one time and 10 books checked out at one time. It tells you when you place the hold, what type it is. You know, it's an audiobook. And it also gives you an estimate on the wait time. So about 2 weeks, because we know that 1 person has it out and the loan period is 14 days, 2 weeks. If you click on the little question mark next to it, it's going to give you a little bit more information here. We don't have a lot of information, but sometimes there are more library copies, so it'll tell you how many copies there are, how many people waiting in total. So with really popular books, you can kind of get an idea of how long you'll be waiting, how many other people are waiting. Those are the basics of OverDrive. Another important little icon next to the book standing up, there's another little 3 lines. If I tap on that, this is where you can kind of browse for books. So you'll see subjects, collections. If you click on subjects, you can browse fiction, nonfiction, and then you can browse even further. If I tap on fiction, there's all these different genres that you can browse from. If I tap on those 3 lines on the right-hand side again and look at collections, I like to browse here because you can actually browse by new books, or I think a really good one is what's available right now. So you can just browse what's available, what you don't have to wait for. You can browse by top 500, top 500 nonfiction. So there's all kinds of ways to browse the collections here. I clicked on the lion symbol to get back to my home screen. And those are the basics of OverDrive. So it's important, like I mentioned, to remember that when you check out a book, and you're like, where is it? You know you downloaded it already. The 3 lines in the top left corner, and then bookshelf. And that is where you find your checked out books. If you want to return a title early, you tap and hold on the book. And if everyone can see on my phone, it says return to library. A little pop-up appears on my phone. So I can return it early, but you don't have to. You don't have to worry about that. There's no fines here, obviously. The book is just going to go back in 14 days automatically. But if you finish early or you decide you don't like it, you can definitely return it to the library early. So that is OverDrive. don't know if anyone has any specific questions about OverDrive. If not, I'll go right into Libby. So here's the home page of my phone again. I'm going to go to the App Store and type in Libby. So you'll see, like I mentioned, Libby is by OverDrive. It's just going to look different. It's going to have the same content. You're going to find all the same books. It's your preference on which app you want to use. I got used to Libby and now I just love it. So let's say open. This is the sign up screen for Libby. It says, welcome, thousands of public libraries offer eBooks. You know this. So first question, do you have a library card? I'm going to say yes. And what I'm going to do here, so you can actually at the bottom see that she can guess your library probably on your based on your location. But let's say I'll search for a library just so we can see how we would do this. Library name, city, or zip. I'm going to type in 06405. Open me to really well. Maybe I'll type in. Where is James? Here we go. There it is. Lion Libraries Online, James Blackstone Memorial Library. Okay, so like I said, Lion is the main, it's the whole Lion system that's here. So if we click on choose a location next, this will pop up. We'll see Branford is under B, James Blackstone. We choose that. And then we just have to type in our library card number again. If anyone needs a library card, we are mailing them out. If anyone thinks their card, if this doesn't work for anyone, your card might be expired. If you're unsure, you can call us. We can give you more time, at least till we're open again. We'll give you a few months till the end of the summer. So if something isn't working for you and you can't sign up, it might be because it's expired. So just give us a call and we'll help you out. So I put in my library card number. I'm going to say sign in. There we go. She says you're signed in. Here's my card. Here we go. We have 10 and 10 again. Same as OverDrive. You can have 10 books checked out at once, 10 holds. I'm going to say next. And this is the main screen for Libby. You can see it kind of looks similar. It's just, different colors and a little bit different. Well, I'll explain in a second. So here we go. It's the same where you can see what's new. You can see, explore different collections, like on OverDrive. Same collections. But they do have this little section here that says what's new, what's popular, what's available. So I like this. I kind of go here when I want to see what's new every week or something like that. I check and there's always new books being added, what's popular, what's available. So if we click on what's popular, we'll probably notice that a lot of these are checked out. The hottest books in the library right now. So I'm guessing 99% of these are probably going to be checked out. You're going to have to place holds. Some of these, the wait times are longer than others. Right now, it seems like things are a little bit long for to wait for things. With Libby, I like it. They have a little calendar icon, if you guys can see that right next to the book. If you tap on that little calendar looking thing, it will actually tell you how long, about how long. And it's kind of, it's the same, OverDrive had a similar thing, but I just, some of you might be liking this better already. I just think it's quicker and it looks nice. So if we click on the little calendar, we'll see it says if you place a hold on this title, it should be ready for you to borrow in about 4 weeks. So now we can decide, okay, maybe I don't want to wait 4 weeks for that. I'm going to choose something else, or maybe, okay, 4 weeks isn't really that long. And sometimes things change. Someone might, the hold might lapse and they might not check the book out, or they might read it quickly and you might get it sooner. So it's just an estimate, but it's not always exact. Now we can see all of these, what's popular, like I mentioned, most of them require you to place a hold. If I place a hold on this top book, Where the Crawdads Sing, I'm going to tap place hold. And here we go on this screen, place hold. Should be ready in about 4 weeks. And it's telling me it worked, it was successful, I placed the hold. And now you'll see you have options for what you want to do next. Keep browsing, read a sample. If I go to my shelf, this is going to show me my loans, holds, and tags. So this is the same as the OverDrive page where it showed me my loans and my holds, but it does look different. So it shows me what I checked out. Slate House, I checked that out on OverDrive and it's here. So like I said, it's connected. It's the same thing. It's just looks different. So here we go. That's what I just checked out. The hold that I placed, if I tap on holds, we'll see the Slate House audiobook that I placed on hold, and Where the Crawdads Sing is also there. Now here you actually have the option to do a couple of different things. You'll see there's a button that says Manage Hold. If you tap on that, you can suspend the hold or cancel it. If we tap in the top left corner back on shelf, we're going to be brought to our page here, and you'll see you have another option which is called tags. If you tap on that, you can actually kind of make a collection of books that you want to read, books you like, books you didn't like. You can add to the list by tapping the tag button on any title. So you can make lists of things you want to read and then add them. Since you can only have 10 holds, you might want to make a list for future reads. If you notice at the actually let me open the book first. So I'm going to open this book, tap Slate House, here we go, tap in the middle to get to where I can just read the book. I'm going to be swiping to read, and once again, if I want to get back to the other pages and to the place where I can search for books, I tap in the middle again, and then you would just tap the back button on the top left. There's other things you could do. You can change the font, you can bookmark pages, so you'll see those options on the top screen of the screen right now as well. If I tap again, we're back just in the book. Tap to go back. Now you'll see at the very bottom of the page, this is where I really like Libby. It's easy to get to different pages quickly. At the very bottom of my screen, you'll see the 3 choices here. You'll see library, shelf, and in the middle, it's my current read. So I click on my current read to get back to it, that circle. I can click on library to get back to the main page. And I click on shelf on the bottom right to get back to my shelf, which includes my loans, holds, and tags. And those 3 options on the bottom, those are always there no matter what screen I'm on. So I can easily get back to my current read by clicking on that circle, easily get back to my shelf by clicking on the bottom right. Another important button, I think, is in the very top corner. You'll see a little circle, and my little notifications has a 2 on it. If I tap that, you'll see that you have a help page. You can add library cards. If you're a member of another library in another state, you can actually add other library cards, or like a university or something like that. But what I want to go over quickly is the notifications, because I think this is like an important thing to go over. So where it says manage notifications, if I click on that, it's the orangey yellow box. I'm going to allow Libby to send me notifications, because that means that on my phone, if something becomes available, I'll get a notification on it, just like you would get a notification for a text or an email or something. But you have different options for how you want those to appear. So here on Libby, you can actually choose what type of events you want to be notified about. If you keep everything checked off with the red circle notification, that means you're going to be notified on your phone or tablet whenever any of these occur. So if a loan expires, if it's expiring in a few days, if it has expired, if the hold is lapsing, you can actually choose to have notifications pop up on your phone for all of these. I don't know if it's necessary to have all of these pop up as notifications on your phone. I think probably one of the most important, or the most important, is hold ready right in the middle. So when a hold's ready, it's going to show up on your phone. If you don't want all of these to show up, the other option is to click the other option is to click in the middle. I'm just having everybody muted because there's sounds that happen when people aren't muted. Sorry. So the other option is to have a menu badge. So if I click the middle circle, you'll see it changes to menu badge. And what that means is that it's only going to pop up as a notification when you go into the app. So in other words, it's not going to pop up as a notification on your phone at all. But when you go into the Libby app, it's going to show up as a notification just within the app, which might be helpful for some things if you don't want them popping up on your phone. Maybe loan expiring or loan expired. But I think definitely hold ready, you want to be notified for that. Hold lapsing. So that means when your hold is ready for several days and you haven't borrowed it, you might want to be notified for that as well. If you have it for 3 days and you haven't checked it out, it's going to lapse and it will go to the next person. So just be aware of that. And if we want to go back, there's a blue button that says back at the top. And then we'll click hide to hide these notifications, to hide that page. And then we are on our shelf in Libby. Those are the main options. Those are the main, details and information on Libby. You'll see that it shows me that I've gone 2% in the book. In Slade House, it shows me how many days I have until it's due. And then I actually clicked manage loan for this book that I'm reading right now, and you can actually see exactly when it's going to go back to the library or to the collection for other people, or to the next person, sorry. You can see it's actually going back July 2nd at 2:10 p.m., so it tells you the exact time. You can return it early in this screen. And you'll see on the bottom it says renew loan. So that option will become available 3 days before the book is due, but only if no one's waiting for it. Okay, so if someone's waiting for it, you're not going to see that option, or it might just be grayed out like that. If the option is available, no one's waiting for it, you will be able to click on renew loan. So that is the button that says manage loan. That's where you'll find renew loan if that option is available. So that's Libby. I have both apps on my phone, but I tend to use Libby the most. Like I said, I think it's more intuitive. It's a little bit, I just prefer it. But try them both out and see what you prefer. Does anybody have any questions about Libby or OverDrive? You can type them in the chat box, and I will try to answer them for everybody here. Yeah, you can use any of these on the computer instead. You can go to our website, and I think if I can actually show you guys. I opted to show you on my phone because I figured, like I said earlier, most people would be using a tablet or something like that. But you have the option to sign up and to browse and check out and read everything on a desktop or a laptop as well. You can just actually go to www.blackstonelibrary.org. Under digital resources, you'll find all the information on these resources that we offer you guys, and you can access them that way through a desktop. So if I go to my app store, another app that we offer is called RB Digital. This doesn't have anything to do with OverDrive or Libby. It's going to be a different collection. I'm going to click open. And for this one, I actually already registered. So I'm not going to be able to show you guys the registration process, but if you click register now, it's just 4 simple steps: country, state, and it's a simple sign up process. It's not bad. It's similar like the other ones. I'm going to go back though and just log in. And here we have the home screen for RB Digital. So RB Digital is not my favorite. There are not tons of options on here. I would suggest it for if you're looking for a specific book and you just cannot find it on OverDrive, Libby, you can't find it in the library system, you might want to check RB Digital to see if it's here, because there's a chance it might be. There's not just unlimited amount of options here. You probably won't find all the latest Pattersons and all of that kind of thing. But one thing that people like about it is it does include magazines. And there's a lot of magazines that you can choose from. Here's our homepage. They have audiobooks, some ebooks, and magazines. Here we're looking at the ebooks for a second. If I click view all, you'll see that they have about 1,300 titles, 1,300 ebooks. So it's not too bad. They have some things that might be fun for people to try, all different, just kind of a variety of things. Like I said, you're probably not going to find brand new books on here, but it's worth it to give it a shot. So this is just another app download. If I go back, the magazines, that might be what people might be most interested in, actually. So if I click on view all magazines, they have a lot of current issues of a lot of different kinds of magazines. And this you might want to use on your computer. So once you sign up, you can get here by going to our website, and there's a link to RB Digital. And you might want to read the magazines on there because it's bigger, which you would have the option to do. So if I wanted to check out this Cook's Illustrated, I would click check out. Books Illustrated is checked out now. I say okay. And then you'll see in the very top left corner, the 3 lines again. That's where we want to go to get more options. So that's where you'll see my account. You can click on my account to look at your holds, and you'll see right above that there is a checked out button. So that's what you would click on to see what items you currently have checked out. If I tap on that, we'll see I don't have any audiobooks right now. I don't have any ebooks, but I have the Cook's Illustrated magazine. And you can read it or you can download it. I suggest downloading it, which should just only take it could be maybe a minute. We're at 10%. Here we go. It's going pretty quick. Download it so that if you don't have access to Wi-Fi, you can still read the magazine by going into your app, into this app. So if I tap on the magazine, here we are. I click read, and it's opening, and I can just flip through the magazine. So I think RB Digital is actually more useful for magazines than maybe for their ebook and audiobook collection, which is not like the best, but the magazines are really great. I'll go to the top left little 3 lines again and show you where you can go home. You can search books. We'll click on my account, and you'll see this is where you would look at holds. So if you placed a hold on a book, this is where it would appear. Three lines again, click back, click home to get to our home page. And this you'll also see books that are not available. If they say hold, they need to be placed on hold. They're checked out. A lot of these are checked out. If I want to get The Stand by Stephen King, I will place hold, and it says The Stand added to hold list. Then I can go to my account, go to holds, and here it is. So it will become available once the person is done listening to it. I find this app a little bit clunky as well. When I go to the top left, and I have to keep going back, and there's the option for checked out in my account. I just think that's a little strange, because if you click on my account, you're not seeing what you have checked out. It's other options. If I go back, you actually have to click on checked out there to see what you have checked out. So I just don't love that, but I'm showing you RB Digital because the next thing I want to show you is our newest app that we have called SimplyE. And SimplyE is a way for you to access all these collections and more all in one place. Now, a couple things I want to mention. If anyone uses Hoopla, which I have a class on Hoopla and Canopy, those are two other resources we offer. I have that next month. If anyone uses Hoopla, that is not included in SimplyE. But SimplyE will give you access to all of your checkouts from OverDrive or Libby, checkouts from RB Digital, and it will give you access to several other collections, which I'll read you guys. It's New York Public Library's Instant Classics collection, the Connecticut State Library's Baker and Taylor collection. There's several collections that you can access by getting SimplyE. And I found books that I haven't been able to find other places through SimplyE. So I will show you how to sign up for that. This is also going to your app store, typing in SimplyE, and saying search. This is what it looks like, the top one there. This was developed by the New York Public Library, which is really awesome. So they have their Instant Classics collection. They have all kinds, different collections that you can access. So I'll show you that. We click open. This is our sign up screen. So the first thing we want to do is click find your library. We're going to scroll down until we see James Blackstone. Number J, James Blackstone Memorial Library. Then we want to click on the bottom right corner. You'll see where it says settings. So someone's saying they don't see SimplyE or Libby in the Play Store. I don't know what kind of device you have. Sometimes if you have a Kindle Fire, they might not appear. But if you have an iPhone or an Android or an iPad and you go to your app store, you should be able to type them in and find them. And if you don't, it's some kind of setting you might have on your phone or your device that needs to be changed, possibly. If you want to, if whoever that is, if you want to call a Samsung tablet, 4 years old. If you want to call me after today, I'm here till 8 o'clock. I can try to do some research on it. I'll put the phone number here again. I can research it later, and if you want to give me a call later in the evening, I'll see what I found about it. If you found OverDrive, that's somewhere you can start at least. But I'm not sure why they wouldn't be showing up unless it's a setting on your phone. But I'll try to figure it out. So here we are in SimplyE. I went to settings in the bottom corner, and now you'll see we're on this screen. So the next thing we want to do is click on accounts. We're going to choose James Blackstone. We're going to put our barcode in. And then we're going to click on Login. So this sign up process is a little different than the others. But since I recorded it, you guys can go back. I also have printout instructions. If anybody wants me to email them to you, I can. You can put your email in the chat. So now we have our James Blackstone collection. So the next thing we want to do is click on Catalog in the bottom left corner. And now we have our collection. We see here fiction, nonfiction. We have all different things we can look up. If we find something we like, let's say we want to get H is for Hawk. It says this book is available to borrow. So we would choose Get. It downloaded it. It is good. The book is ready to read, expires in 13 days. Now, if we look on the very bottom of the page, again, you will see where it says My Books. So now you see where it's kind of coming together. I only have 2 books checked out right now, but you'll see where I have my OverDrive book that I chose. H is for Hawk is there. If I click on reservations, you see I have Where the Crawdads Sing, which is the one I reserved on Libby. So this is a way to access multiple collections in one place on one app. Unfortunately, it doesn't include Hoopla, which it would be nice if it did. I think we're trying to make that happen, but I'm not sure if it's going to. But right now, like I said, you do have access to different collections that might not be available elsewhere, to different books. So we're going to click back, go to our home page. We can search for titles in the top. Search for, oops, a book I wanted to read. Here we go. So if this one, actually, we need to reserve. So if I click on the book, you'll see there's an audiobook available right now underneath. That I can just click Get to get it right now. But the book, which is the first result, all licenses of this book are currently checked out. So I'm going to click Reserve, allow the notifications. No, could not issue loan. Well, sometimes there are glitches. We got this far without having any glitches happen. That might be a problem with RB Digital. There might be, because this is actually just, this book is distributed by RB Digital. So I'm not sure why that happened, or my Wi-Fi could not be working as well right now. Sometimes there are glitches. So this is SimplyE. This is where you'll find, like I said, books from OverDrive and Libby, RB Digital. If you chose any books from there, you'll be able to find them all in one place. So on my phone, you'll see I have the apps for OverDrive specifically, Libby, RB Digital. I can click on all of them separately to access the titles, but if I wanted to find them all in one place, I could just go right to SimplyE. And like I said, there's more collections on here. So there's the Digital Public Library of America. They have 2 collections available on here. Their Open Bookshelf collection, the DPLA Exchange collection. So this is definitely a place to try for other titles that you might not be able to find elsewhere. Definitely might be able to find them here. So those are the 4 apps that I wanted to go over today. If anyone has any questions, I can answer them. I'll put my email address again in the chat. You can always email me with questions. You can call. I'm here full time, so I'm here to answer anything if you want to walk through it on the phone. Like I said, I am having a Hoopla and Canopy class next month. I thought it was a lot to do all those 2 in addition to these in one class. So Hoopla is another collection we have, and that works a little bit differently. If anyone uses it already, it's pretty fun. You can only have 5 checkouts a month. And for Hoopla, It doesn't include just books, it includes music, movies, and TV shows. So it's really nice. And Canopy is something else that we have that we offer. That's also 5 checkouts a month, and that is all movies. And they have a lot of great movies on Canopy. Canopy is with a K. You could download those apps and use them on your phone or tablet. Also use them on a desktop computer. Canopy has a lot of great movies, the great courses, a lot of PBS, stuff like that. So we have a lot of different apps and resources to try out. If there's anything anyone has a question about, I can answer it, anything I missed. But that is the main bulk of the presentation. This will be uploaded to YouTube as well, so you guys can go back and pause it if you want to follow along at any point. You're welcome. You're welcome. I'm helping people out with this all the time, so if anybody wants to call, I could probably answer a question pretty quickly. I'll keep the presentation on just for a little longer in case anyone has a question. Sure, yeah, I can email directions to Libby. I have tip sheets on these. I have a tip sheet on OverDrive and a tip sheet on Libby that a lot of people would come in the library and get. I can email them to anybody if you want written down instructions. That's a good point. So if anybody wants to leave their email there, I can send you an attachment with the instructions on Libby or OverDrive or SimplyE. Probably RB Digital too. I'm not sure if I typed one up on RB Digital, but I could find something. But Libby and OverDrive, I have comprehensive instructions on. I don't know when the library is opening. The next phase that we're doing should be starting on July 1st. We're going to be doing computer appointments. So nothing else in the library is going to be open, but you can actually call to reserve a 1-hour slot on the computer. But it's going to look different up there. We're only going to have, probably 6 people that are going to be able to be in there at one time. And I don't know exactly when we're going to start taking reservations. We're not doing it like today, maybe not even next week. We're still trying to work out the logistics. But if you do want to use the computer, that should be coming early July. So other than that, I don't know when we're going to be opening other collection or other parts of the library. Yeah, I can email anybody the written information. Susan, do you want to put your email there? Do I have it? And then I'll email it a little later today. If anyone wants to add their email, I know a few people have left, but we do have weekly updates that go out. I create the weekly newsletters for things that are going on in the community and information on the library. If anyone's not getting those, they go out Friday. It might be going into like a different, if you have Gmail, it might be going into your promotional or spam email. But if you don't think you're getting them at all, you can leave your email in the chat and I will sign you up so that you get the newsletters. Sure. If you guys don't specify, I'll just send you the attachments for everything that I have here that we went over today. And if anyone wants to sign up for Hoopla or Canopy, it's going to be another a Zoom class. And I'll use my phone again because I think it worked out well. But definitely don't forget to sign up by going to our website. All right, I'll leave this on till 3 if anybody has questions or thinks of anything, or if you're trying it out on a device right now and you're running into trouble in the next 5 minutes or so, I can answer something.
Hello?
Oh.
Um, I, I'm not sure if my email got sent to you. This is Susan.
I see where you said email it to you, but I don't see the email. Do you want to just tell me? I'll write it down.
I don't know how to do it. I've typed it in. I'm not very good with this part of the Zoom.
That's okay. Do you want to just tell it to me, or do you not want to? Okay.
No. SUESEA26@att.net.
SUESEA.
Correct.
And do you want the tip sheets on all of the programs?
Sure.
Okay. Sure. I'll send it to you tonight, and then.
How would I have sent this to you? Now, I mean, the first message I sent to you went to you. I don't know how that happened. What am I not doing? I guess I need a lesson in Zoom.
Well, no, maybe you did earlier. You typed in the chat, okay? You typed in.
Right, I typed that in, but then I went to type in my email, which I've typed in my email address, which I can see, but I don't know how to send it to you.
Oh, maybe you just didn't hit enter.
Oh, that's what I have to do.
Did you hit enter?
Enter. Is it going? Maybe you've.
Let me just test it. I just want to see what happens. Yeah, so I just type something and then I hit enter and it goes. Do you see?
I know, but I've typed this.
Unless your message is not going to everyone. Does it say to everyone?
Yeah. Should I retype it again and press enter?
Yeah, try it again. Sure.
Let me see what's happening here.
Okay. Oh, there it is. I got it.
Okay, I'm learning. I'm learning.
Yeah, I mean, Zoom is kind of a pain sometimes.
Well, you know, I've been to a couple of the classes with the library, and I'm trying to get used to it. But
Yeah.
now I know. Thank,
Yeah, awesome.
appreciate it. I like this. This is all great. All that you've done. I've enjoyed Hoopla. I've been using Hoopla.
Oh, Hoopla's great. They have a lot of nice, like, good collections on there. I wish SimplyE would include it so, you know, you could get everything in one place, but
Right,
I'm
right,
not sure
right.
if it must be some license. Who knows?
Yeah, yeah. But I want to check out these other ones. But I'll probably do it on the computer. But we'll see. Thank you.
Yeah, either way. Yep, I'll send them to you tonight. No problem.
Okay, take care.
Take
Thanks again.
care.
Bye-bye.
Bye.